mind you can't control. Running wild, can't calm down. My head is in the clouds.
Let's go.
Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We gotta party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. For a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button as you're coming in. Hope you're all having a good day.
We gotta party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. For a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be?
Welcome back, Chloe.
You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown.
We have
But
an
we
amazing
both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Good to see you all. Thank you. Thank you. Hello everyone out there in YouTube land, wherever you are, near or far. Hello. It is June 4th, 2024, 3:28 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Want to thank you all for joining me. I know you have choices here on YouTube, and I am very appreciative that you chose to be here. So, got a lot to talk about today. We're going, I guess, to serve it without the mashed potatoes, as Chris would say. Last night, I was in Brittany's chat, and I was cleaning in the morning, and Mama Bear and I were talking, she was talking about this specific spot and caught something. And in my opinion, it's all playing together. Now, mashed potato sounds good. Mashed potato. Thank you. Only love, not hate. Appreciate it. All right, guys. if you haven't hit that thumbs up button yet, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it if you would hit that thumbs up button. If you're in the bushes, please still hit it. Even a thumbs down for people that don't like me. Pretend it's a middle finger. Just pretend it's a middle finger. Okay. Chloe, I am so glad you're back. Hope you had an amazing time at CrimeCon. You were extremely missed. It's not the same without you. And also, please pray for ICU and her family today. She's about ready to have a grandbaby, as you all know, and just please keep her in your prayers. Super, super excited. Can't wait for her. So yeah, for that. Kelly K, want to thank you for 3 months. Really do appreciate your support. Really do appreciate your support. I do apologize. I had to set it to 3:20. I was at work a little bit longer today, so had to was a little bit running behind. Thank you again, Kelly K, for your support. Mods, how many thumbs up do we have currently? Other ways you can support the channel is becoming a member, donating if you like my work, if you're able to. Really do appreciate it. So last night was in Brittany's channel, and today we're going to cover some ground. And it makes me want to go through it makes me want to go through those interviews again because I didn't catch this. I did not catch this until last night. Nancy, thank you so much for your support, my dear. 1 month. Appreciate you, my love. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Arno K. We have the best mods. Very supportive. If I know that there's a lot of people in here, and I apologize. Sometimes it's not that I'm ignoring anyone in chat. Sometimes people get a little restless if I can't reply or I'm doing something. So if I can't answer your question, then just please ask a mod. They'll do their best to answer it. If not, they'll get in touch with me and they will answer that as well. Justin, did you hear they're cutting back the search? I'm not surprised, Lori. I'm not surprised. I mean, are we at 100 days yet? Close to 100 days, if not 100 days, uh, currently. So, it's a lot. First, what I do want to say before we get started with what I'm going to talk about. I will be talking about opinions, hypotheses, theories, and speculating. But I do want to tell you that Chris and Katie and Seth um, are the police have not named any of them suspects per se. Uh, they just have said they don't have any knowledge either way, which way to go on this. What is going on with Sebastian? This child has vanished in the middle of the night, and we don't know where he is. Kids don't just disappear. Mimi, thank you so much, my friend. Do appreciate you. Okay, so over 100 days. Thank you, SL. All right. Is Mohawk in here? I don't see Mohawk. Okay, let me know if Mohawk comes in. All right. Oh yeah, Nick Barris did, and yes, you are absolutely right. And let me pull that up real quick before we get started because I haven't even read it yet. I knew that he did something, and let's find it. believe it's something on Sebastian, didn't he? If I recall. Did he do an update? Am I wrong? Okay, no. Okay, 22 hours ago. Here we go. I found it. Okay. Bless little Sebastian's heart. Bless his heart. Pardon me. Okay. So this is from Nick Barris. 100 days and still nothing. An unfortunate milestone as the search for a missing teen reaches 100 days. Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his Hendersonville, Tennessee home more than 3 months ago. Uh, sorry, 1 second. All right. I've promised to keep on the story. Sadly, there have been little new to reports, but many of you have messaged me for an update. It's a case so many of us still follow. So today I checked in with investigators. Make no mistake, Rogers missing is not at this point a cold case. The TBI and FBI and Sumner County sheriffs all say it remains active. But authorities also say that they are looking closer to solving the mystery of what happened to Sebastian. In recent weeks, the latest tip that turned out to be nothing was a photograph taken at the visitor center in North Carolina. If you remember, I actually went there. Uh, that look-alike teen was identified and confirmed not to be Sebastian. Since things have been quiet, quote, we are doing everything we can do every time a tip comes down, we follow up, end quote, says Eric Craddock, chief deputy of the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, who heads up the investigation. 100 days since Sebastian disappeared is a milestone, but Craddock says no one is giving up. Unfortunately, the number of reported tips or potential sightings has decreased in recent weeks. There are no more random search efforts by authorities, but based on the investigation and search efforts to date, they do have a body of work to review. Quote, in the absence of information, what we continue to do is go back over everything we've done once and give it new eyes, a new set of eyes, end quote. Maybe someone with a fresh outlook will notice something in the search area that others have missed. In the meantime, Craddock says they keep in touch with Sebastian's parents who continue to cooperate, having talked with them just the past week. Everyone is frustrated over the lack of new leads, which unfortunately leads to continued crazy conspiracy theories. The rumor mill on social media has done nothing to advance the case, says Eric Craddock. He's right. These are baseless and actually harm the investigation. When something significant develops in the case, it will come first from authorities and not social media. And then I will report it. Uh, from then on, uh, all options are still on the table. If you have a credible tip, call 1-800 TBI Find Share. Okay. All right. So that being said, last night I was in Brittany's channel and I was just cleaning and I was listening to her and she played something very interesting from Web Sleuths. I need to find the marker here. I didn't have time to prepare. I barely got here in time to begin with, but Moonlight, thank you so much, my friend, for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you, my dear. Really, thank you for your support. Okay. So we are looking for the part of where Chris speaks about his mother and his family.
Gone on to a show and been a jerk. Once
I
again,
know.
this goes right back
Means
to
it, and
I
none
know
of
what
that has
that is.
anything to do with Sebastian.
okay.
Yeah, Matt.
Bear with me.
said, and everybody came up.
That came up to play that everybody wants to tie to this belt is not being in trouble. So he thought by reporting it to a teacher, they were going to come to the house
Bear with
and they're
me.
going to take me out of the house and do this and do that. That
Okay, now that's not what I was looking for, but that's a very important thing that we're going to go back to. And by the way, I want people to understand these are just my opinions. Like everyone else has an opinion, right? These are just opinions based upon what Chris is saying here.
is what the senior teacher.
Listen to this.
So he thought by reporting it to a teacher, they were going to come to the house and they're going to take me out of the house and do this and do that.
Now, that is a very important statement right there, in my opinion. Chris is saying that he told the teacher he thought, meaning Sebastian, that CPS was going to come to their house and that they were going to take Chris out of the house and do this and do that. That's very important, in my opinion. To me, that lets me know that Sebastian, in my opinion, didn't want Chris there, right? And exactly, Marlena, why would Sebastian want Chris out of the house? There has to be a reason to that. There has to be a reason to that, right? And also, if Chris wasn't supposed to be taken out of, if he was out of the house, remember, he wasn't out of the house. January 28th is when the alleged CPS case went on. I think 3 or 4 business days later, he was out. Chris was out of the house and said he didn't come back until February 26th, the morning, he says the morning of Sebastian's disappearance. Rayan, thank you so very much for your support, my dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Maya. I really do appreciate your support, truly. What was the question? How did Chris know the CPS had plans to do things to him? Good question. Good question. All right. Now, that's not, but we're going to come back to that because we're going to tie this in. I need to find, it's probably like right through here.
Sure. We'll put that out there.
When he went and did all for him to leave.
Here's what I'll say.
Does anyone have a timestamp on when he's talking about his mother?
If now you did go on Nancy Grace and say that CPS has never been called, and
No,
a lot
that's not. No. Right, because I don't feed out of people's hands. I don't.
Let me see here.
Well, instead of
So let's
asking
clear it
more
up.
clarification,
let's last. That was the last place he was seen.
bruises and marks on a child, that's abuse.
Give me
Don't
one second.
exactly-
I don't know where it's at.
And with
Okay.
I can't remember.
Smiley.
I would have had this.
50-50 on whether or not.
Is I'm not putting her through this. I will tell you this. It was between the time we were on the phone to the time we got off the phone. That's what I'll give you. That's it.
Bear with me.
Has Sebastian?
Yes.
Okay, that would be the only.
mean, that's why after a hard.
Okay.
That
Wait, is this Seth?
So as Ken Widener,
Okay, it's after Seth comes up, or he's on the phone. Maybe that's what it is.
Speak with him, Chris.
Okay, we're getting to it.
what has that got to do with finding Sebastian?
Okay, we're getting somewhere now.
The most information, bowling alley.
Even the videos that Seth has seen,
Okay,
he
we're getting
doesn't
there.
show any negative signs of
Listen to this.
he's upset or anything.
All right, I found it. We're getting to there. I want to thank Darzilla. Thank you so much for 3 months. Thank you, dear. In my opinion, they did take him out of the house since he wasn't coming home anymore. So, in my opinion, something serious was reported. Well, we caught something again yesterday, or maybe it was the day before yesterday, and we're going to play it, where Chris says, we are like any other ordinary working family. No, he says, we are like any other ordinary working family working Monday through Friday. Remember, we wanted to know when Chris worked. Monday through Friday? Okay. Well, so you're off on the weekends? You're off on the weekends there, Chris? Ziggy V, thank you so much, my dear, for becoming a pearl. Pearls look amazing on you. Monday through Friday. Yes. All right, Mohawk's here. Mohawk was there last night, so all right.
Like that. As far as we all know, Sebastian had a great day.
Let me find it.
Record,
I think that has
but
been a
for the
little bit
record,
difficult. Okay.
What does this have to do with Sebastian missing? It's all. Seth, did you know this?
We're getting there.
Before I put him back into the situation, succeed.
He was going to homeschool.
Bear
The
with me.
family and BJ's and Texas Roadhouse and bowling and all of these, like,
and had this conversation where Seth,
Wouldn't be a permanent thing. And me and
sure, we'll put that out.
Chris?
All right, so one more time, I'm so sorry.
I was just saying, or was this kind of like a special thing for him to leave?
Here's what I'll say. Everything is on.
and your dad, how Sebastian. It's been brought up to me.
Seth, you know darn good and well, you got a question about my
I'm just
brother.
asking.
Here it is.
Pick up
Listen.
the
Did they
phone.
take me?
Here it is. Listen, guys.
And your dad, how Sebastian. It's been brought up to me.
Seth, you know.
So Seth said, for those of you that can't understand him, Seth said, it's been brought up to me that your mom may have had Sebastian. Now I'm looking in other directions as well.
Darn good and well, you got a question about my
I'm just
brother.
asking.
You
Listen,
pick up the
Did they
phone.
take you
and
somewhere
you
to
call.
like a boot camp or anything like that? And Katie just thought I wouldn't accept it.
I don't
did they take him to boot camp or, this or
think
Hold
that?
on.
Seth is being accusatory. I think he's just trying to clear up a bunch of BS that's been online.
Right, and I'm trying, and I'm telling you, if he's had this suspicion, he's got my mother's phone number. He can pick up the phone and call her. She is not afraid to
No,
answer any
Chris, I'm not
questions.
saying you. I don't want to talk to your mom. I want to talk to you, and I want to talk to Katie.
Well, it's real
And I'm
simple,
just
Seth.
asking to put it to the rest.
You have seen the video footage of Seth
haven't.
on Sunday. Don't tell me you hadn't. I know you have. You sat in the room
No, I
with
haven't.
all the agents.
No, they didn't show me the video footage, buddy.
So you didn't see, you weren't sitting in a room
Wait a
with
minute.
law enforcement, the district attorney, when they showed you a video when you wanted proof of life, saying that you hadn't seen proof since Friday,
That
when
was
you've been at my house the first 3 damn days.
Sunday, buddy.
Chris, let Seth speak. Go ahead, Seth.
Chris, they showed me video proof of him coming out of Texas Roadhouse on Sunday.
On a Sunday night. You damn right.
Just,
It's coming right up.
Chris,
Seth, I got a problem with you sitting here making these accusations. Because if you got a problem with them,
been all over
guess
the
what?
internet. Let's squash it.
I think we're just trying to talk things out, and I don't even know if this should be public, honestly.
Same.
Okay, here's all the public knowledge you need on this deal. Law enforcement has talked to my parents, my whole family. Once again, the statement is true, what law enforcement says. Just because you hear a rumor doesn't make it true.
Chris,
I
what
don't
want
think
to
he
do
said
is
it was true. I think he's just trying to clarify.
He said
That's not clarifying. No, stop sitting here trying to defend his actions. Stop.
Okay.
the fact is, Chris, is I'm trying to squash the rumor. We're both here squashing the rumor.
Seth, there is no rumor. You know my parents were not with Katie on Sunday.
You hear that?
No rumor. You know my parents were not with Katie on Sunday. With Katie on
Okay. Now, you hear that? What about Monday morning? So now the second thing is, let me find it. Why do you remember why in the world does Chris deny and says he can't go into it? Why does he say that he can't, when it was asked, if someone knows the timestamp, let me know. He says, why, someone asked, why is law enforcement looking for surveillance for Sunday evening? Now remember, Sunday evening is always it's not relevant, right? Sunday evening is not relevant. Or is it? Is it relevant? Because we have here Chris. Someone said, "Oh, well, Chris, what did you do? Why are police asking for surveillance on Sunday? That's something we can't discuss." Why not? Why is it something you can't discuss? If he walked out of that door on his own accord on Monday night, or Monday morning, rather, Sunday night, Monday morning after 12 o'clock, why are they looking at Sunday? Why are they looking at Sunday? Why can't he just... The car that pulled into the driveway at 3 a.m. wasn't... Mom has the Infinity. Oh, we don't know if anyone pulled in at 3 a.m. or anything. Guys, please put in my opinion or allegedly. Seth has a lawyer now. Isn't he asking about it? I don't know. Well, something happened between Sunday after dinner. I think something happened between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. I think it's very reasonable to want to see the person before they went missing. Um yes, but they already had that. They already had that. They have him at the restaurant. So why can't you talk about it? You get what I mean? Why can't you speak about Sunday? I think he did not want to sleep in the garage. Well, the problem is here. Hold on one second, y'all. Sorry about that. From what I've heard, Seth only saw back of Sebastian's head at restaurant. No, he's seen him walking out of the parking lot. Seen him walking out of the parking lot. All right, so let's do this. I want to do something here. We're going to do kind of like a whiteboard. All right. Okay. Let me change this banner to my pearls or something colorful. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. So the question, one of the questions is why, oops, that's not going to work. We need some color to it. Why can't Chris talk about Sunday day? So why can't he talk about Sunday, right? Sunday. Now, we caught yesterday, day before yesterday. Let me see if I can find it real quick about what Chris was discussing. Bear with me, y'all. Okay, on Web Sleuths, just like everybody else, Chris says, here, I've got my notes here, so let me. All right, here you go. Copy. Okay, wrong one. Damn it. Sorry, guys. Where did that go? I think I should have started later, live later, because I'm so not prepared. Okay. Here we go. Let me put it back on this board. I was burning tires to get here. All right. So Chris says on Web Sleuths, Monday through Friday, we're a working family. just like everybody else. And on the weekends, that's when you get a lot of stuff done. Chris, you go to a lot of places, do a lot of things, and that's when you get to spend time with your kids, family, so to speak. So the question is, was Chris home during the weekends? Does anyone actually think that they're going to that Chris is going to be using a crane on Sunday? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, you're going home, Tar? Yay. Yay, yay, yay. I'm so glad you're getting to go home here. I don't think he's going to be working on Sunday. Don't think so. Don't think so. In fact, he said he's not. He said he's not working on the weekends. The neighbors state that Chris came home during the weekends to what? Get stuff done around the home, right? To get stuff done around the home. So that is the other question. Was Chris working? All right. Next. We need to get what? I need to put that thing about give me a second, y'all. Now remember, Chris's mom's car was seen. I'm looking at some of my notes. Chris's mom's car was allegedly seen the morning after, or the morning of, allegedly, at the grocery store, the little convenience store. Is that correct? Let me know in the comments there. Okay. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. He hit the... Where the hell is the notes? All right. Justin, there has been chat about law enforcement that was friends with Chris Proudfoot and his family serving Nina's papers. Has that been proven true or debunked? So the person that served Nina's papers was, according to Nina, was Kathy's attorney friend. I forget her name. So yes. All right. The next thing, Sebastian thought they were going to kick me out of my house. That's Chris saying that. Right? All right. So if that is going on, right? If that is going on, the question is, why did Sebastian not want Chris there? why did Sebastian not want Chris home? Right? Why did he not want him home? Especially for someone that is only home on the weekends, right? Only home on the weekends. Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't think the police are corrupt in Hendersonville. I really don't. I don't think it's corrupt. I'll be the first to tell you. I don't think it is corrupt. I think there might be I don't think they're as good as like Florida or Texas, to put it mildly, right? But we calling him, we know why he was calling him. I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true. But Chris did say that the neighbors may have heard him getting on to Sebastian while they were outside. He says if he was doing something wrong, right? My uncle was an attorney. They are corrupt. I mean, I think if you go to any town, there is some corruption, right? I don't think it's any worse than anywhere else, right? I don't think it's any worse than anywhere else. All right. So in this, Sebastian, well, let's do it like this. If Sebastian knew Chris wasn't supposed to be home, would he have told? Right? So let's say that January 28th, CPS, right? February, what was it, 4th? Chris leaves and doesn't return until February 26th, right? Now, Chris will say that it is because he just wasn't home until February 26th, or he'll say in different interviews that he can't tell us what days he was in at the house because law enforcement doesn't want him to tell. I don't think law enforcement has anything to do with it. First of all, I don't think it has anything to do with it whatsoever. Why would it matter? Again, this goes back to pre-Sebastian going missing. Before Sebastian went missing would have nothing to do with after Sebastian went missing, days and weeks before, right? It's not going to have anything to do with it. In my opinion, it would be because CPS, he didn't want CPS to know if he was kicked out. The man named Michael Tinker served Nina papers at the New Mexico airport. Oh, yes, that is true. Yep, you're right. You're right about that. Debbie, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you. Welcome to the Pearl Club. Thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate your support. Really do appreciate it. So that's the question right there, right? Appreciate it again, Debbie. The only reason I don't think Chris Prefett was home is because I feel law enforcement already checked into that. So law enforcement can, first of all, law enforcement can lie to you, and I'm not saying they're lying, but they can lie to you. They can also use their words, right? They can use the verbiage. And technically, Chris may, I don't know if you may have not. So I believe Chris, in my opinion, may have been home the weekend. I wonder, this is what I'm kind of thinking. We're going to talk about a hypothesis, a theory right here. Okay? Not blaming anyone, accusing, nothing like that. But let's say, for instance, you're having problems in a marriage, right? Hey, Cher. You're having problems in a marriage, right? And you come home to maybe fix something in the house. Your husband is out, but y'all are fighting. You're fighting, right? But he's coming home to fix stuff around the house. Well, do you really want to be around him if you're fighting? Do you really want to be around him if you're fighting? No. So what do? You go somewhere. Right? You go somewhere. Maybe he stayed the entire weekend. Maybe as soon as they woke up, they were out the door Saturday, out the door Sunday, going shopping, going bowling, doing whatever. So you don't have to be around the one you're arguing with, fighting with. That's a theory. We have no idea. If he was home, how did the phone turn on and stay on for 3 hours in Memphis? How do we know? How do we know that there was a phone? That's what Chris said. How do we know? Do we believe Chris for everything? It's up to you. Nobody has, and we can't prove it either way. Right? Parents fighting can really take a toll on kids. Yes. Yep. Hey, Cinnamon. Right. Now, hold on. I need to look at my notes, guys. Just bear with me for a second. Bear with me, y'all. All right. Monday through Friday, we're like a working family. Chris said Sebastian isn't in ball or soccer or anything like that. Any extracurricular activities. And that's how She spends time with him. Okay. Chris asks when CPS is called for. All right. We're going to. Yes, they were going to report him. Okay. Sebastian walked out of the house, stepped off the porch, and vanished into thin air. All right. Maybe I need to come back because I can't get this fast enough. Oh, thank you so much, Carla. That's very sweet of you. That's very sweet of you. So, and by the way, the call is not actually 3 hours. They did say 3 hours, but it was not 3 hours. According to Chris, it was at 9:46 or 9:48 to just before midnight, right? 9:46 to 9:48. And also, so let me just go ahead and write that down. Chris says the call was 9:46 to just before midnight, right? Just before midnight. So let's say it's 11:45, right? That's 2 hours. That's 2 hours. That's not 3 hours. And what did we caught something? What was it? Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? Yes, counting for every minute. Every minute matters. Absolutely. Every single minute matters. Chris could have been at the restaurant sitting at the table, but also Katie could have had separate bill. I really don't think Chris was at the restaurant. I really don't think so. There was no proof of him being there because Seth said he saw Sebastian and Katie walk out and nobody else. Right. So I don't know with the 2-hour phone call. You can't. Mohawk, what were we talking about the other day about the phone call? Katie was saying she was asleep and I forget what it was. She couldn't have been asleep or something at that point. I'm trying to find my notes here. It's the Nina interview. Chris says my parents weren't with Katie on Sunday. They weren't near Katie or Sebastian. Why is Chris? Yeah. Okay. April 27th on Web Sleuths, Chris is screaming and says to Seth, you weren't sitting with law enforcement and the district attorney when you want proof of life, saying you hadn't seen proof since Friday. Or maybe it was Thursday. I think it was Friday, though. Seth, Chris, you showed me sorry, Seth says to Chris, I apologize. Chris, you showed me proof of life coming out of the Texas Roadhouse on Sunday night. Chris, Seth, you know my parents weren't with Katie on Sunday. How does he know that? He wasn't there, right? How does he know that? If you weren't there, Chris, you say you work Monday through Friday. Chris, now you're causing a problem because you know damn good and well where my parents were Sunday night. You know damn good and well where my parents was Sunday night. Let me pull that up. How does he know? That's the thing. How do you know? Let me back this.
Room
Wait a
with
minute.
law enforcement, the district attorney, when they showed you a video, when you wanted proof, I want to hear it. It has been taken off the table, period. That's the same statement law enforcement has made. That's the same statement I'm going to tell you
So
every
there's a
single day in and
possibility
day out.
Katie gave my son to your mother and father. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Say it one more time.
Now, this triggers him beyond, right? I get, you know, the frustration and all of that, but why this, right? Debbie, thank you so much, my friend, for becoming a member. Do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you for your support. Canadian Cookie, thank you so much for gifting a pearl necklace. If you received that pearl necklace, please thank our beloved Canadian Cookie. Thank you for your support, Christy, and the really fired up Chris Proudfoot. He's involved his mom. Thank you so much for your support. Could they have had help or a car loaned, a vehicle,
Do you not want to say that?
cousin?
Well, we can move on.
Thank
So-
you,
No.
Brittany.
I want to hear it.
Thank you, dear. Appreciate you.
There's a rumor out there, Chris,
That
that your mom and your dad have Sebastian. It's been brought up to me.
Seth, you know darn good and well, you got a question about my
I'm just
mother.
asking.
You pick up the
Did they
phone
take him
and
somewhere
you
to
call.
like a boot camp or anything like that? And Katie just thought I wouldn't accept it.
I don't think
Hold
Seth
on.
is being accusatory. I think he's just trying to clear up a bunch of BS that's been online.
Right, and I'm trying, and I'm telling you, if he's had this suspicion, he's got my mother's phone number. He can pick up the phone and call her. She is not afraid to
No,
answer any
Chris, I'm not
questions.
saying you.
Thank you so much, Serenity. Thank you for your support, baby. Appreciate you so much. Chris says, you know damn well my parents weren't with me. Listen real close. We caught an yes. Yep.
You. I don't want to talk to your mom. I want to talk to you, and I want to talk to Katie.
Well, it's real simple,
Just
Seth.
asking to put it to the rest.
You have seen the video footage of
I
Seth
haven't.
on Sunday. Don't tell me you hadn't. I know you have. You sat in the room
No, I
with
haven't.
all the agents.
No, they didn't show me the video footage, buddy.
So you didn't see, you weren't sitting in a room
Wait a
with
minute.
law enforcement, the district attorney, when they showed you a video, when you wanted proof of life, saying that you hadn't seen proof.
Okay. Now the question is, it's very interesting to me that the district attorney I've never heard of something like that. Sitting there and listening.
Proof since Friday.
That
When
was
you've been at my house the first 3 damn days.
Sunday, buddy.
Chris, let Seth speak. Go ahead, Seth.
Chris, they showed me video proof of him coming out of Texas Roadhouse on Sunday.
On a Sunday night. You damn right.
Just Chris.
Seth, I got a problem with you sitting here making these accusations. Because if you got a problem with them, guess what?
Let's squash it.
I think we're just trying to talk things out, and I don't even know if this should be public, honestly.
Same.
Okay, here's all the public knowledge you need on this deal. Law enforcement has talked to my parents, my whole family. Once again, the statement is true, what law enforcement says. Just because you hear a rumor doesn't make it true.
Chris,
I don't think he said it was true. I think he's just trying to clarify.
He said
That's not clarifying. No, stop sitting here trying to defend his actions. Stop.
Okay.
The fact is, Chris, is I'm trying to squash the rumor. We're both here squashing the rumor.
Seth, there is no rumor. You know my parents were not with Katie on Sunday.
Nope.
That's all I'm doing, Chris.
Nope. I don't think it says me. I think it says Katie. I'm going to be fair. I'm going to always try to be fair. I think it says not with Katie. It sounded like me last night, but I think it says Katie. Let's speed it up and see what it sounds like.
Here trying to defend his actions. Stop.
Okay.
The fact is, Chris, is I'm trying to squash the rumor. We're both here squashing the rumor.
Seth, there is no rumor. You know my parents were not with Katie on Sunday.
Katie. It's Katie. It's Katie. Not with Katie. Christy, thank you so very much. I'll say it again. Bubba can't make a thud on a slab floor falling out of bed. Window slam. Chris and Katie even say that the windows was nothing was altered, damaged, screens weren't out. They even admit that. Thank you so much for that, my dear. Appreciate it. Toby, welcome. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate your support. Truly. Thank you so much. Pearls look amazing on you, Toby. Brittany, thank you so much for gifting a pearl necklace. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, my love. Yeah, it says Katie. I sent you an instrument about the alibi call. Okay, I'll look at it. I'll look at it here in a little bit. That says Katie. Sounded like me last night.
The fact is, Chris, is I'm trying to squash the rumor. We're both here squashing the rumor.
Seth, there is no rumor. You know my parents were not with Katie on Sunday.
Katie. It's Katie.
That's all I'm doing, Chris.
No, you're causing a problem because you know damn good and well where my parents were at their house on Sunday night. They weren't near Katie. They weren't near Sebastian.
They weren't near Katie. They weren't near Sebastian.
And if you got a problem, all you got to do is pick up the phone and call her. Be an adult. Be a responsible adult. And just call her.
Chris. Can you hear me, Chris?
Oh, I can hear you.
Because all I'm hearing is anger and attitude from you. What I'm trying
And you
to
should,
do
Seth. You should. Because what you're doing is bullshit and you know it.
Okay, stop.
Okay,
People are
sorry,
talking
enough.
over each other.
Enough.
Seth, go, and then Chris, go. Please, Seth, and then Chris. Thank you.
Chris, a unified front squashes rumors together. That's all I am stating.
Okay, Chris.
This is a rumor floating around, and I would like us to squash it.
Yeah, I think that is a great rumor to try to squash. That one's on Facebook, and the rumor is actually that about your mom, her car being parked at like Warsham's and him getting
Okay, so here's the answer. The final answer to
It's
this.
not just an online rumor because people have driven up to me and personally spoken
Okay.
about this.
Okay,
right.
ladies and gentlemen, can I make the statement?
I wish
This is very simple. This conversation has nothing to do on social media. You want to have this conversation, Seth? You call me, you get Heather, you get Chloe on the phone.
That's
Hell,
fine.
I'll do you one better, and I will get Bobby and Carter on the phone, and we'll.
I'm making a Bobby and Carter meme, by the way. I will get Bobby and Carter. Just because somebody cooperates with police, it doesn't make you an. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely. Well, why are you saying they weren't with you? He said Katie there. Do you want me to call for you? Well, okay. We need to go back here. Let me go back because I want to play something. I think it might be here.
I need to go let my cat in because, you know, the animals rule this house. So I'll be right back.
Trish,
I'm sorry, what?
there's somebody backstage.
Okay, hold on.
What? Very.
Talk to me. We don't want to get you. And the last thing we want to do, Chris, is cause problems between you and Seth. I swear to God.
Well, I'm a bit of anybody's personal business. I don't care what you think. I don't care what y'all got to say. That'd be like me splashing all your business out to the world.
Okay.
It does not matter what goes on in my house. We're looking for my son. That's real simple.
Your stepson, right?
It doesn't matter. Stepson, my son. All the kids are treated as if they're your own. There is no title. Idea what me, my family, my wife, everybody involved is going through, to include Seth, his mom, and everybody else.
Okay.
Because it's the vile, disgusting crap that comes out of people's mouth. Yes, I'm a very pissed off stepfather to this whole situation.
Okay. And you clear it up. Just clear it up. Nobody's trying to be hurtful or mean. I promise you. We've all been asked to help find Sebastian. And this is what we do. We try and think outside the box. We try and ask questions and think outside the box and figure out what has gone on. It is not
thinking outside of the box. Does nothing but cause speculation. And it causes people to call in tips that don't mean anything, that you're taking sources away from the investigation because Joe Schmo down the street thinks that my family owns a cemetery. We own a funeral home. Like, where in the hell do you get up with this stuff? Okay. Not you. I'm saying the public.
And so that, Chris, that's why it is great that you're here, because we want to clear this up and help you get it out. And I'm going to tell you something, Chris, when it comes to the general public, they're always going to be calling in crazy tips and doing crappy things. And all we can do is say, that's not us. We are not doing that. But
it doesn't matter.
I did want to clear it up.
Okay. So he says in this interview, you know, they asked, what is your knee-jerk reaction? What is his knee-jerk reaction? Thank you so much, Mimi. Appreciate you, my dear. We're thankful to have you, my dear. Thank you so much. Daisy love you, my dear. Appreciate you. Okay. Chris said, or they asked Chris, what is your knee-jerk reaction? Like, what do you think your top theory for Sebastian going missing? And Chris says, Sebastian walked out the house, stepped off the porch, and vanished into thin air, right? Meaning the front porch. Okay. Chris. Sebastian. Where was it? Bear with me, y'all. Okay. Let me clear this.
I did want to clear it up, Chris. I did reach out to you on March 17th, publicly and privately. You responded to me publicly. You asked me to ask my question publicly. I did. You didn't respond. I reached out to you privately again. So I have reached out to you.
Where in the public? Where?
I reached out to you on Facebook. I reached out to you on Facebook Messenger privately. You've never read my message.
Well, don't take this the wrong way, but a lot of the bullshit that I get in Facebook.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I just want to make it clear that.
Can I explain to you?
Yeah.
You send me messages along with thousands of other people.
I understand that. And that's why I took it public. And you did respond to me and asked me to ask my question publicly because you wanted whatever answer you were going to give to be public to clear it up.
What was the question that you asked me? Since I neglected your question.
And that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I want to make it clear that I haven't not tried to reach out to you.
And Chris, I know you're mad. God, I can feel it. I can hear it. And I understand it. You've got to believe me when I tell you this. Please, if you can dial it back a bit and get us some of these answers and let us help you clear up this bull so it doesn't interfere anymore. And like I said, you're always going to have crazy people interfering and coming up with rumors, and it's so maddening and frustrating, and I hate it. It pisses me off more than anything, and anybody that knows me knows
It
that.
pisses you off? You're not in our shoes.
I
You
know.
haven't been in our shoes.
Okay, well, you don't know that, but I haven't been in your shoes and missing a child, no. But believe me, I can understand what you're going through, and what I'm saying is we can help you, Chris. We can help you, all right? Anybody here in this chat that asked about the cemetery, it's because somebody else brought it up. Just tell us. And then
Exactly. And my question comes back to, where do these people come up with this crazy crap?
that's $1 million question. I don't know.
Yeah, online.
Let's clear it up. Let's clear it up for you. Let us help you.
You're saying, I believe, Chloe, you're saying online? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm sorry, I said that. There's a lot
That's
of
Stacy. Yeah.
crazy people online, and just to let you know, and I understand you get a lot of messages. I reached out to you when Sebastian first went missing too, to see if we could help in any way.
2 hours, 6 minutes.
Yeah, but Chris, I understand your anger.
Bear with me.
Opportunity, you know, like I said to him earlier today, it's good for us, Chloe and I, to have access to them, to be able to, when we get this information, instead of having to go around.
Bear with me.
And
Yes.
he didn't
Yes,
need
you
it.
are correct. No, you are correct. You just hit the nail on the head.
Mhm.
You just hit the nail on the head. Seth has opened his mouth. He has said a lot of things he probably shouldn't.
The ways that people are acting at this point. I do think, you know, in the last week, we've been trying to build and done what you understand about dog tracks, what you understand about the circumstances. You know, I mean, we could go on and on all night, and I know
They called and told him that I passed it.
And okay, well, maybe he was told he couldn't say anything.
No, he was told he could say. I've said that there's a video floating around of me tearing these things down.
Mhm.
If you got it, you don't call them first. You don't call Seth. You don't call anybody, but law enforcement only, and make your report
and
immediately.
I will say, you know, we've received tips that maybe haven't been called into law enforcement, but we call them in.
They're not gonna. They don't have the time. In the note.
Mhm.
But you do have to remember one thing. They're not going to expend every single.
I refuse to release it because, number one, I didn't think it would help find Sebastian. Number two, it was a deeply personal
Right.
thing. And
Which
also,
is,
All right, let me start at 2 hours.
once again,
No.
this,
All the rest of the people out there never got the same love that Seth.
in the past,
Get past Gray.
But
expressing everything. Well, you say that, but as you said, social media is here to stay. So with
Absolutely.
that being in mind, you're one, and there are millions out there that think otherwise.
I would never.
So,
I would never
didn't say
expect
you.
you to come on.
But I
I'm
think
not.
I apologize, guys. I should have had this stuff ready. I apologize. Rhonda, thank you so much. I appreciate you, my dear. If you received that pearl necklace, please give Rhonda a big thank you. Justin, thanks for the time, your dedication. It's so appreciated. Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you. Thank you for your support.
I think the way he was just talking a minute ago, to me, it sounded normal, given the fact that the 90% of the chat is just trashing him.
No, that's not true. That is not true. We are
That is-
kicking
yes.
people
I
out.
can see it right now. No, I know you're kicking him out, but I keep seeing comment after comment after comment after comment that are really suspicious and like,
yeah,
oh,
Gray,
oh,
just
man.
close the chat. I'm not even.
Yeah, like
looking
you,
at it.
Well, I'm
you
just
had
trying to be honest.
somebody in the chat that literally asked the question: was Katie arrested at 19 for an incident? Like, I'm sorry,
No.
but once again,
know.
this goes right back to
Semantics and
I
none
know
of
what
that has
that is.
anything to do with Sebastian.
Okay.
Yeah, Matt.
No, I'm not trying to. I'm not
We're
trying
going to do the
create
big
anything.
questions here in just
I
a
know
second.
you're not, Gray.
I'm
I
just
know.
trying to say that I absolutely understand how he's feeling, and I know out there they go, "Oh, look at he's soothing Chris's ego." I listen. I've talked to him late night on a phone. He's just a normal dude trying to figure something out. That's how he sounds like.
And apologize to you.
Are two totally different things.
I heard you
Because
say
it-
you hit him with a belt.
Okay, so let me finish, because that's the problem. When I go to make the statement, people want to interrupt and try to say, well, this and that. No, you wanted the answer. I'm giving you the answer. Now, when I
No.
answered that question,
You made it crystal clear, Chris. Crystal clear. That's what you did.
I told people Sebastian got a spanking. He got one lick on his butt outside of his clothes. If somebody can tell me how that's abuse to a child, explain to me.
Can you confirm when that happened?
I don't. That
Here we
was
go.
years ago.
I got spanked by a belt and wooden spoon by my mom for years.
So, but let's not sidetrack. Let's
Okay.
not sidetrack. Let's stay on board. Okay. So the question about the CPS thing that came up to play that everybody wants to tie to this belt is not what it was.
Okay.
Well, I think it was confusing because when you initially talked about it, you referred to him as an embarrassed 15-year-old. So
Yes, you did.
like it was years ago.
We thought it was like right recently.
Listen to this.
Well, instead of
So let's
asking
clear it
more
up.
clarification,
Let's clear it
that
up.
should have been. So
Clarification, that's exactly what you were doing, Chris. You were clarifying it, being crystal clear. Let me be crystal clear about it. That's what he was doing. And then because they say what he says about being a 15-year-old, he's like, well, see, that's what y'all should have done. Y'all should have clarified. You were the one that said it was a 15-year-old.
So, as it stands, Sebastian went to school one day. He made a statement to a teacher. The teacher reports it to
important.
CPS. CPS comes to the house. That case has nothing to do with Sebastian getting spanked. That had everything to do with Sebastian didn't like being in trouble. So he thought by reporting it to a teacher, they were going to come to the house and they're going to take me out of the house and do this and do that. That is what the CPS case was about. And yes, I laughed at it because when I explained to Sebastian, very detailed, what happened, he thought it was a joke. When the CPS lady shows up and looks at him and says, Sebastian, you can't false report. That
How do you think, in your opinion, how do you think I don't think Chris
will
took
get
that
people in trouble
too
and you
well.
can get in trouble. And then
What-
she explained to him what happens.
What did he say you did to him?
Can I ask you what does that have to do with the price of eggs in China?
He doesn't want to talk about that. He doesn't want to, and he has a right to not talk about it. I want to be clear about that. He has every right not to talk about it. But also, if he wants, the speculation.
When
Well-
it comes to the disappearance of Sebastian.
Because I'll tell you why. Because you're wondering why people are coming at you. And
Bingo.
Yes, because
Because he was in your home last. That was the last place he was seen.
yes,
So-
he was.
When we hear these things, it's like, okay, let's just clear it up and see what happens. Because I'll tell you why. Because people, I'm not saying me, but I've seen people say, hey, he was hitting his child. He reported it to his teacher. Did something happen? Was there an explosive incident that happened?
No, absolutely nothing of that nature.
Okay.
And for people to not understand, when you discipline a child, there's a difference in discipline and abuse. There truly is a difference.
But I think hitting anybody with a belt is abuse. I'm sorry, I do. And a lot of people
I mean, hitting your child with an instrument
will
is
agree with me, and
against
that's
the
the
law.
problem. So-
Open hand is one thing. With a instrument is an entirely
Guess
different.
have a
what?
difference
That's
of
the
opinion.
great thing. That's the great thing about having your opinion.
Yes.
That's an opinion. That's not a fact. That's opinion.
Okay. I think a belt is abuse, but that's my, again,
Well,
that is my,
if I was leaving, if I was leaving bruises and marks on a child, that's abuse. That would be considered abuse.
okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
does
So
it-
by definition,
oh, that's weird.
that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. You can say your opinion, and that is fine, but you have to back it up and say, what I am stating is just an opinion. There's no fact to it. When you don't say that, you leave it open to interpretation for a lot of people to take it and run with it. That was a lot of the problems with this.
And there will be people, I can get people from CPS that will say hitting a child with a belt is an abuse. But here's the thing, you're right. That doesn't have anything to do necessarily
next, Giga.
with
Same.
Sebastian and his disappearance. But what it does is it creates a narrative in people's minds that we need to clear up and change, Chris. We need to clear it
Tried to
up
help.
and change
We
it.
tried to help.
Okay.
We really did.
So let's do that. Let's,
So we
and
just did.
okay. If now you did go on Nancy Grace
Yeah.
and say that CPS has never been called.
Yes, my girlfriend, my neighbor, she works for CPS. You cannot hit a child with an instrument. You can't hit them. It doesn't matter if it's uh, a belt, you know, or you know, a toaster for that. You can't hit them with something. If parents choose to whip their children, it has to be with an open hand that is that doesn't cause um bruising, uh bleeding, anything like that, obviously. So
Called. And a
No,
lot
that's not. No, 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 nope.
ARG 333. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the support. Now, I understand a lot of us were whipped with belts and switches and shoes back in our day. Like, trust me, I understand. But it just does not do any good for, especially nowadays. Nowadays, take away their computer, take away their Nintendo. That's the worst thing. You take that away for 24, 48 hours. That's what they don't like, right? I mean, it never made sense to me why, little Johnny gets in trouble for hitting someone at school, right? And comes home and gets whacked with a belt or whatever. I mean, you're just teaching your kids to hit, and it does nothing. It does nothing.
Okay, that's what I heard. What did you say?
She asked.
Tiffany, thank you so much. Sebastian didn't make a false report. He hit him with the belt as a social worker. He hit him with a belt as a social worker. If the investigator said that to Sebastian, she is wrong. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree, Tiffany. Seth said that she is now fired. I don't understand why, because a child lied to you about not wearing a stupid belt, then they get hit. Because I asked Chris, I said, so you hit him, you whipped him because he forgot his belt. That's the way and he said, no, I whipped him because he was lying. Well, he probably thought he was going to get it because he forgot his belt, right? And exactly right, Meep. How does someone spank a special needs child that physically feels things different than you and I? How do they do that? Why? Doesn't make sense to me. Right? Doesn't understand it. Right? In my opinion, no way he hit Sebastian more than one occasion. Well, there had to be, in my opinion, at least twice. Just listen to the anger in his voice. Now I can imagine. Oh, his voice starts shaking. I mean, it's it's, you know, you can hear the quivering in his voice. Can you imagine, in my opinion, him behind closed doors before all of this? And don't forget what Nina said. Don't forget what Nina alleged, right? Don't forget that. Remember the braces she alleges, what Chris did, and what she alleges about the car seat. It tells a story. It tells a pattern. Right? Something wrong? Oh, I'm sorry, Brittany. I'm sorry. I hope it gets better for you.
She asked the question about a situation, and she asked me if I had ever had CPS called on me, I believe is what the question was. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't exactly know what the question was without hearing it again. So I'm
Okay.
not going to answer you with something without having it in front of you.
Okay, that's fair. That's very fair. Very
Yes.
fair.
Thank you for
And so
mentioning
let's
that. Thank you guys for reminding me about things. Where was that comment? And he whipped a 3-year-old. Thank you, Mama Bear. Yes. 3-year-old needs to be a man. Where did we hear that from? Jesse Vang, who whipped little Elijah Vu. And also, Nina alleges that he would constantly make the kids stand in a corner. Where do we hear that from? Elijah Vu. Where is Elijah Vu? Missing.
move on. Okay, so nothing came of that from you hitting him with a belt. Has there ever been any, and people are going to ask, has there ever been any violence in your home as far as Sebastian is concerned?
No.
Okay, now you ask, Gray asked, why is Seth being treated so different? Because of how Chris came on and became so angry and did what you did tonight, Chris. You've done this before. And I think that's why, and Seth didn't. And I think that's the difference.
Right, because I don't feed out of people's hands. I don't feed into what people think. I don't, and once again, that's the difference.
But how about
I
just
will-
saying thank you to the people that want to help you?
Okay, well, that's simple. There's a difference in me saying thank you to everyone, which if you go back and listen to every single interview I have done, I have told everybody, thank you, thank you, thank you for everything that you have done. There's not enough thank you in this world. We can't begin to describe how much we appreciate it. I have said this.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to one video and show me where I haven't. I've also said that our family
Really,
prays
Mohawk?
for everybody else.
I must have missed that. Mohawk says Nina also said Chris smacked her son in his car seat in the car, gave him a bloody nose. I must have missed that. Wow. Must have missed that.
And we love you all, regardless of what you think. But you know what? Once again,
Yeah. I think when his first interview, you got to admit, his first few interviews were really calm. The one on, can't remember the names of their channels, but like, you know, he was on multiple channels, calmly talking. Both of them were. And yet the public was already angry with him before he became angry on a show, because that was definitely later. You got to admit, like his first 3 or 4, both of them.
And I can tell you why. Because of, he said he hit Sebastian with a belt. That made people
Which
angry.
interview? Which interview was that?
It was the very first one I heard. with,
Okay.
I can't
On
remember.
Smiley stories. I can
Yes,
try to
yes.
pull up a transcript at some point.
Yes, it was on the Smiley story. Yes,
That one.
Okay.
but
Yeah, but
once
I mean,
again,
but here's the thing: there is a perception.
2
See,
hours
like,
18.
There you
when I
go.
was
That's
growing up,
One
I just want to say this. When I was
wanna-
growing up,
is there a possibility that some cameras may not pick up somebody walking in front of them because how dark it is? Yes.
that would be the only thing that would make sense, really.
Right.
Not every camera. Not every camera. And if I'm going to tell you something, if a camera picked up a light that's supposed to be a trash truck, how many yards away? Remember that. How many yards away did that camera pick up that trash truck? Right? We're going to get to this.
So I mean,
Because
well, he even told me. I remember when he told me that, like, even some detectives didn't show up on the cameras.
correct.
Yeah. I
well,
mean,
there,
so
there you
it's-
go.
yeah.
That makes perfect sense then, because that's been driving everybody crazy. But if it's so dark,
And I
that it-
know, and it's hard for it. Trust me, for everyone out there that cameras will pick up and all this. No, I promise you, not all cameras have the best quality. As I mean, the stuff that you see on TV, and
Mhm.
you see a demo of a camera in a store.
No.
It's different when you put it on a house and different elements. So,
okay, so it was so dark that it is logical to conclude that the cameras that Sebastian would have walked by, did not pick him up. And that's something that is
possibly.
logical, that people can accept.
Chris said probably. Every camera. I'll show you something.
Absolutely. I think this is a good question. Did Sebastian ever have nightmares? Could he have had one that scared him so badly that he took off? Has he ever had bad nightmares?
He's had sleeping issues. I mean, look, he doesn't really sleep a lot. That's why he's been, but that's been his
Listen to
whole
that.
life. That's not. He's had sleeping issues. I mean, look, he doesn't really sleep a lot. That's why he's been.
You hear that? He doesn't really sleep a lot. That's why he's been starts out with something new. Yes, and they don't go by darkness. Ring cameras don't go by how dark it is to pick up something. It goes by motion. Motion. But listen to what he says here. What has he been? Listen.
Has he ever had bad nightmares?
After he says he doesn't sleep a lot.
He's had sleeping issues. I mean, look, he doesn't really sleep a lot. That's why he's been, but that's been his whole life. That's
He doesn't really sleep a lot. That's why he's been
Bad nightmares.
he's had sleeping issues. I mean, look, he doesn't really sleep a lot. That's why he's been, but that's been his whole life. That's not just been
I want to show
like
you
a segment.
something.
I'm pretty sure. I believe Seth has even mentioned this before as well. I mean, the only time, like I've seen a couple times where he slept really well, but I mean that's when after a hard day of playing. If he's helped with outside work,
Mm-hmm.
but for the most part, he's had issues sleeping.
That's a
So if he has issues sleeping, is he going to be in bed at 9 o'clock? Is he going to be asleep by 10 o'clock? And if he has a hard time sleeping, then wouldn't Katie walk in there and check? to make sure he's not, messing around, making sure that he's laying in bed, trying to go to sleep? You would think.
Big help in understanding this. Has he ever done anything like hid under a neighbor's car or anything like that?
Well, I'm going to say we have never seen anything like that. There's
Mhm.
been somebody that has said something to that effect, but I'm not going to sit here and say for a fact, yes, he has.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I don't have an answer for that.
I got
Right.
a question. I got one for you. Do you think it's possible that he could have left in the evenings on other nights, like at 1 a.m, and came back through the front door and nobody would have known? Like on other, like let's say a dry run, for example. Like he got up in the middle of
Dry
the night at
run.
1, went out the front door, and then came back in, and nobody
Ridiculous.
would have known, right? Because you don't have a camera, and he knows.
Not,
He was
not
left
that I'm aware
alone while
of.
Seth went to work.
Not that Katie
Why
was
would he
aware
do
of.
a dry run?
I mean, I will say this, and this is for the record. I'm not going to tell you what he does and doesn't do at his father's house. Those are two separate households.
Okay.
Sebastian is one way at our house. He's a different way at his father's house.
Okay.
That is something that we've all had mutual respect on,
Mm-hmm.
all the parents together.
Can you answer, was he planning to go live with Seth?
Yes.
Okay. And was he excited about it?
No.
All right.
Okay.
I want y'all to look at this. Based upon every camera in that neighborhood, up-to-date map on only way Sebastian could have left the house and avoided a doorbell or surveillance camera. This would have been the only way. He would have had to take this path for not one camera to be able to see him. How likely is that? How likely is that? Now remember, Chris, even though he's changed his story now, ARG, thank you so much for your support, my friend. Thank you, my dear. Really appreciate it. Tiffany, thank you, my dear. Sebastian didn't make a report. It was a belt on social work unless Sebastian. She is wrong. Oh, I think I read that, didn't I? Heaven Ramsey, thank you, my dear, for becoming a pearl. Pearls look amazing on you, darling. They look amazing on you. Okay, you text me something. Okay. Let me. You have to play this real quick. Timestamp 103. Okay. Let me play this. One. Marlena says I need to play this. I mean, look at this. There's no way he's going to take that one. We'll go back to what Chris says here. Interview room.
All right. So what are your thoughts? Anybody have any feelings over there? Because I briefly want to talk about Sebastian
Chris.
Robin or Sebastian's case. And I went to Baskin Robbins last night, so I apologize, Seth. I want to talk about his case. And where, if you haven't had a chance to see Steve review of Mom and Stepdad, I have to tell you that I'm very disturbed by some of the information that is being pushed into the environment by his mother
Always.
and the stepfather.
Yes, Chris.
Now, I'm here in San Diego. As you know, both of them, the stepfather and the stepmother, or the mother, were in the Navy, assigned to 32nd Street. So I've been poking around, and I'm not going to get into it on this particular live stream, but I'm doing my homework. And I'm not liking what I'm hearing. So that said, 15-year-old autistic boys or girls do not arbitrarily disappear from their residence without a trace. 5-year-old children do not arbitrarily disappear from their basement.
What do you mean? Why is Chris always on YouTube, Kathy? What do you mean? Because he has a YouTube channel, just like any of us.
They
Anyone
just
can
don't
have a
do
YouTube
it.
channel.
So there's only a couple of things you can do as an investigator, and that is get on the ground and get information. So I'm in a hotel with Buddy on the floor,
Hey, buddy. I love
and I'm
Buddy.
tied up tonight, and that's why I wanted to do this live stream this afternoon from San Diego, my old stomping ground. I have a lot of connections in San Diego. In fact, the DA here,
Yes.
Summer Stephan, is a very dear friend.
Yep, Chris does have a lot of connections.
And
in
so
San Diego.
I wanted to talk about Sebastian because he has been getting great coverage by the YouTube community and little coverage from his biological mother.
Why is that?
And I think it's important, and I want to invite today the stepfather and his mom to the show, to the program. So they can reach out at any time because I'd like to speak with them to help. If there's anything that
would be good, Chris and Katie. You guys say you want all the help you can get. This man has been in the business of law enforcement for decades. He is on the Cold Case Foundation, right? He knows FBI, profilers, everyone. You should do it, Chris and Katie.
I could help with. I'd be curious to learn and understand the dynamics of that particular evening when your son went missing. I would like to know more about how those dynamics played out. And this question, what's the likelihood he did go outside or was put outside, started walking and some pedophile picked him up? You know what, Charlotte, that is a good question. And is it always a possibility? Anything is possible. I've run across so many circumstances that you just, at the end of it, you go, wow. Okay. But in this,
you can't make anyone appear guilty. People, they say what they say, and people feel how they feel about it.
case,
Thank you, Serenity.
if he was put outside, then that's criminal intent. Knowing what the child's mental capacity was. So no matter how we cut it, if he ended up in a criminal, in another criminal's car or situation where he's now a victim of that individual, then we have multiple people going to go to jail and be investigated. But we cannot leave the house from 10 at night to 6 in the morning. Not yet. Because if he ran away without his shoes, then that goes opposite
Yep.
of what his personality is.
Yep.
Completely.
Bingo. So again, what's Sebastian's personality? Seth, Katie, Chris all say he doesn't like to be dirty, right? So someone that doesn't like to be dirty, doesn't like the outdoors, that is opposite of who he as Sebastian really is, right? So why would he go out on a cold winter night, right, in February, barefooted, without a coat, and make himself uncomfortable? Why is he doing that? Why would he do that? No shoes, no coat, nothing. It would either, hates bugs. It would have to be something dire, right? Dire. Why would Sebastian open a door in the front door, Chris and Katie said he walked out of, and walk past his shoes? Why would he do that? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Could he be sleepwalking? Absolutely. But you don't sleepwalk for miles. As soon as he would step on, right, something, a rock that made him uncomfortable or whatever, right, he's going to start waking up. Right? You're not going to sleepwalk for 5 miles. And certainly a camera is going to see you. Not a history of it either. Yes. They said he didn't have a history of sleepwalking. So why would Sebastian walk out, sneak out. Seth said when he opened the door, his shoes were right beside the door. Well, that's the door he always goes out of. It's not a gated community, no. It doesn't make sense. They said he was allergic to grass. Yes. Yep.
So that's why it's important to talk to mom.
Yes.
I would like to speak to mom, Katie, firsthand, without Chris. You and me here just to talk, and then I'll talk to Chris independent, me and him. I hope you would take me up on that. And I hope that I would be able to help.
Yep. That's what I was saying. Yep.
Maybe not, but the invitation is open to you. So, thank you so much for being here, everybody. I'm going to, again, come up on Tuesday night when I'm back home and bring you hopefully some additional information about things I'm finding out. And I'm grateful that each and every one of you support this channel. Karen and I are so thankful. We sure love our mods. Mimi J2, Tricia M, Maui Girl. Excuse me.
That'll be
and
very
Laura.
good.
And of course, our prayers go out to Miss Sophia and all of those.
Yeah, I don't think Chris and Katie will do it. I don't think they will. I think that they will find Chris intimidating. My opinion. He generally doesn't talk to male individuals. But that's an excellent point. Would. Let's put that in our notes, by the way. Let me find it here. Why would okay, so let's Sebastian's behavior. He doesn't like the outdoors, right? Doesn't like getting dirty, right? Doesn't like bugs, right? Why would he go against that? His nature. Walking out barefoot. No shoes. No coat. Doesn't make sense. Now, Chris, he said, yeah, the grass too, yeah. He's allergic to grass and stuff. But to be fair, grass really isn't that big of an allergy whenever in February in Tennessee, right? Justin Chris Proudfoot did reach out to him, but wanted to do it on video chat on Facebook only. Did Chris Proudfoot want to stream it like he has others? Don't know. Justin, did the front door have an electronic keypad? If so, law enforcement should know when the last time it was open. Correct. Electronic door pads keep a log. Yes, they do. Now, what's interesting, see, my keypad on my doors, they automatically lock themselves, right? The only time you have to press the code in is whenever you're trying to enter the door. After you, like, you're coming in from the, you're going outside, you open the door, you shut it, and it locks back on its own. But thank you, Soldier Girl. Thank you, baby, for your support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, love. Thank you, sweetheart. So, but Katie and Chris, excuse me one second. I think I'm going to sneeze. Nope, maybe not. But oh yeah. Absolutely. It will show you. It keeps a log for when it was opened, when it was closed, how long it was opened, how many times it was opened, the time that it was opened. Reminds you of the Gannon Stouch case. But Chris and Katie say that that was the only door he could lock from behind him, that he locked the door behind him. So I'm wondering, I don't think you could modify that. Yes, mods, please drop the interview room. Right. Please drop the interview room. I'll try to find where Smiley. It was on Smiley's channel. Chris says that someone that would come up to the door would be seen on camera. Said Sebastian would only go out the front door. The back door was too loud. And any other door in the house, he would have to have a key to lock it from behind. In my opinion only, the two things that was forgotten was the door locks and the shoes. The door locks and the shoes. Yes. Not all keypads are smart keypads. Some you just push a code, but the lock is not connected to Wi-Fi. Correct. That is correct. I mean, even the ones that connect to Wi-Fi, you don't necessarily have to connect to Wi-Fi, right? Could they have programs so that he had to use the code to lock it? I mean, perhaps. Wearing the salmon. Hey, Josh. Playground and fishing are not on grass. Leaves, trees. Yeah. I think they lost a little flashlight themselves. Well, he didn't take anything with him, right? It goes against the nature of who Sebastian is. And to be honest with you, let's go into that even a little further, right? Someone with autism right? It's even harder for them to go against their nature, right? It's much harder for someone with autism to go against their nature. They like what they like, they don't what they don't, right? And that can really trigger someone with autism if he was on the ground barefooted, right? Because he doesn't like to get dirty, right? Doesn't like bugs, doesn't like nature. Trigger, they said that they have a they didn't use the term smart lock, I don't believe, but they said with the keypad. You think they would have been passing out flyers at CrimeCon? Yeah, just literally 15 minutes down the road. I was, and he's not my child, and I live in Florida, not close to the location, shows a lot to me. Thank you for those constant guys. Thank you. Yeah. It can take years of intense therapy just to add something to their diets. They're hard to introduce change and behavior issues. And that's exactly right, Letitia. Exactly right. So is that something Sebastian would do? Right? I mean, the only way I can see him going out of that house barefooted is if something is so wrong, an emergency of some sort in that house that would be greater than his fears of, right, his sensory issues with his feet on the ground, right? Remember the ant pit, the fire ants that he stepped in, right? That was traumatizing for him, right? Doesn't like nature. So something would have to be greater than that. What time you going live tonight, Josh? Yeah, terrified. Exactly. I don't either. I don't believe Sebastian personally, my opinion. I don't believe so 9 Eastern. Okay. 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Now, let me pull this up, maybe. Let's pull this up. Okay. Remember this. Yeah, let me know what you think. So I was going over a video from Smiley's World where she did an interview with Chris and Katie Proud, the mother and stepfather to Sebastian Rogers, missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Police have not named any suspects or persons of interest, but I found this interesting. Katie, the mother of Sebastian, said she woke up that morning to get him ready for school. He wasn't there. She claimed Sebastian left without shoes and locked the front door behind him. However, there's no video footage of Sebastian walking through the neighborhood at all. The dogs could not pick up a scent to track him, and there was no footprints from Sebastian's bare feet anywhere. I catch something very interesting, the stepfather said. Someone was taking out trash the evening before Sebastian disappeared. It is believed to be Sebastian from the Ring camera across the street. Why wasn't Sebastian seen leaving?
If somebody had been by the front door, punched in the code, believe it or not, no, it's not super clear, but you would have seen a shadow or
Yeah. Okay. Chris. Oh, Robin, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Amos, thank you, my dear. In my opinion, Katie and Chris and possibly family are helping cover it up. You know, something, I just think something is off. Something is off, right? Something is off here. So Chris says here, someone that would come up to the front door would have been seen on camera, right? Would have been seen on camera. It may not have been extremely, right, like see exactly who it is, but you could tell a shadowy figure or whatever. Don't forget, that same camera picked up allegedly Sebastian or someone carrying the trash out. And that is closer to the garage. The door is actually closer to the camera that seen the trash. So it would definitely pick up the door if it'll pick up the trash. Now,
specifically out the front door.
We presume based off of process of elimination or Sebastian's routine, the fact that that's the door that he always uses or prefers to use. If he were going to sneak out of the house or leave the house for whatever reason, that's the most reasonable door that he would have left out of. Any of the others would have made noise or not
or would
been
not have been locked.
So that the back door would not lock.
from the outside like the front. No, you'd have to had a key.
There's only two doors in the house that he could have gone out where he could have locked
From the
on his
outside.
own or from the outside. And the one he wouldn't have gone out because of how much noise it makes.
Yeah.
Everybody would have, plus it would have been seen on camera.
Specifically.
all right. So Chris and Katie say in this interview that Sebastian would only use one door, the front door. That's the one that he always used. Katie said Sebastian specifically
Out the front door.
We presume based off of process of elimination or Sebastian.
Said Sebastian left with no shoes in the middle of the night on a cold night in February 25th, 2024. Sebastian has autism. No evidence that Sebastian left the home other than he's not there. No dog scent trail, no footprints, no video footage from both neighbors, front and back. No video footage from both neighbors, Ring doorbell cameras, the front and the back of the home. Katie says Sebastian locked the door behind him from the front door, keypad style, because all the other doors would have had to have had a key to lock the doors behind him, or he was scared of the noise. Chris says if he walked out the back door, mind you, he would have had to have a key to lock the door behind him, then he would have been caught on camera and he would have been seen. Chris says if someone walked up to the front door of their home, the neighbors across the street would have seen the ring door. It would have been seen on Ring doorbell. It would have been picked up. The parents state no windows or screens were open, damaged, or altered the night of Sebastian vanished. So how did Sebastian get out of the home by himself? Did he? Currently, authorities say no person of interest of foul play. Right?
Routine, the fact that that's the door that he always uses or prefers to use. If he were going to sneak out of the house or leave the house for whatever reason, that's the most reasonable door that he would have left out of.
Okay, so that's the most reasonable door that Sebastian would have or could have left out of. That's the one that he always
Any of the others would have
used.
made noise or not
Or would
been
not have been locked.
So that the back door,
Okay, so any of the other doors, right, would have made noise, or they would have had to have had they couldn't lock it. He couldn't lock it from the outside.
would not lock.
from the outside like the front. No.
The back door will not lock from the outside like the front door.
You'd have to had a key.
Only
So the back door, you would have had to have a key. Had to have a key. No key, right? It made a lot of noise. Sebastian didn't like that, right? And third thing is the neighbor in the back camera would have picked it up. Chris acknowledges that.
there's only two doors in the house that he could have gone out where he could have locked
From the
on his
outside.
own or from the outside.
Only two doors in the entire home that he could have locked from the outside. That is Chris and Katie stating that. Not me, them.
And the one, he wouldn't have gone out because of how much noise it makes.
Okay, so he's not going to go out the back door because of how much noise it makes. Now, I'm just saying, is Sebastian, if he's scared of the noise of a door, right? Is he going to go out in the middle of the night with just a little flashlight and no shoes and no coat? All those sounds out there of the night, right? You don't really know what's going on around you. Most of us don't like to be in the dark, right? Especially just walking randomly. I don't like that. I wouldn't want to be uncomfortable as someone without autism, right? My feet are tender. I don't want to step on God knows what. Cold. No jacket. Little keychain. Yep. So if he doesn't like, scared of a screen door, is he going to do anything else?
Yeah.
And again, it goes back to his nature, right? Justin Sebastian didn't take his phone either, which was on the counter allegedly. Yes, so he would have seen it on his way out. If he went out the back door, right? It goes against his nature. He doesn't like that loud door. Is he going to like the sounds and the feeling of being out into the unknown? I don't think so.
Everybody would have. Plus, it would have been seen on camera.
Also, you hear him say, everybody would have. Everybody would have. You mean Katie? You mean Katie, right, Chris? Katie would have heard it because there's not everyone in the house. It was Katie and Sebastian, right? Not everyone. One, no, one is not everyone. Katie would have heard it, right? Not everyone would have heard it. And Chris states
Specifically out the front door.
We presume based off,
that it would have been seen on
Specifically out the
camera.
front door.
we presume based
It would have been seen on camera. Front door would have been seen on camera. Back door would have been seen on camera. I was about to sneeze a minute ago. Let's keep it real. Sebastian did not walk out that door and just vanish into thin air. I'm not going to say my opinion because realistic here. Hey, Reno. Daisy Love. Objection, Your Honor. Just Sebastian hates the back door because it's so loud. It's a sensory thing. He sure wouldn't go barefoot. Yeah, it's a sensory thing. That's exactly right. Because of the loudness, it's sensory. So, and besides, he couldn't have locked it because he didn't have a key, right? So we know he didn't go if out the back door because he didn't have a key. Any other door in the house had to have a key. Didn't like the sound, back door would have been seen on camera. They say in the same interview that what? Everybody sounds like a group. Yes, yeah. They say in this interview that the windows were not opened, shut, screens weren't bent, broken, taken out, right? Nothing. They said if Sebastian jumped out of the window, he would have landed on a bush. And Chris says, we would have heard that. We would have heard that because he would have been screaming. It's what he says. It's his words. Okay. So we know he didn't go out a window. Right? Didn't go out a window. All right. Well, he can't go out any other door, allegedly, other than the front door. But if he went out the front door, which, by the way, it got dark at 5:50? 5:50. I think it gets dark there on February 25th. I think it's like 5:50, 5:30-ish, something like that. It's sunset. They weren't back at the house until 7, so way after sunset. So he had to take out the trash when it was dark outside, right? Took out the trash when it was dark outside. Well, the camera picked up someone taking out the trash. Couldn't make out who it was, Nonetheless, it picked it up. Yeah, I can do that. Right? Well, why wouldn't it pick up the front door? The front door is closer to the camera than the side door. 5:37. It got dark on February 25th. Remember, they didn't get home till about 7 o'clock. So Sebastian had to take out the trash after, a little after 7 or after. Yeah, Mohawk, you can message me if you need to send me something to show. Right? So they see him taking out the trash, or someone taking out trash. Can't see who it is, but it's dark. But there also is virtually a full moon. It was 98%, 98 point something full. Broken clouds. Why didn't it see him coming out the front door? Why? It's a good question. It saw him taking out the trash. That leaves, in my opinion, the garage door. The garage door. Did dog sniff the bin cans? Yep. Yep. And he walked past his shoes. Doesn't sit right, does it? Doesn't sit right with the soul. He either didn't come home after dinner. I believe he came home. That's one thing I feel very confident of. Justin, you see the study also goes to the sunroom, and you see the wall of windows. All right, let's pull it up. We're going to pull it up. Okay. Here we are. Thank you guys for being with me today. If you have not hit that thumbs up yet, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. Here is the home. Remember, the house is on the other side of the road. It's going to pick him up here better than it is here, and it picked him up over here at dark. It's going to pick him up here, right? If he comes out this way, if he goes this way, and if he goes this way, it's going to pick him up. Because it's got him over here already taking out the trash, coming this direction. Well, if he comes straight out, it's going to pick him up. If he goes this way, it's going to pick him up. If he goes this way, it's going to pick him up. All right, now, Mohawk, what was you saying? We're at 998 likes. Come on, let's get it to 1,000. Come on. Please and thank you. Mohawk, you want to see the study room? This room? Is this it? Justin, what about Heather just said about the side door? I must have missed it. Nice, Marie. Thank you so much, my dear. A few months, that's when I hit someone on Katie what door he used to get to the trash bins to take to the end of the driveway, trash bins beside the garbage. I would probably think he would come out the side door beside the garage. You know, the interesting thing is there's no pictures of the garage here. Let me check something. There's no pictures of the garage. Don't know why. You would think they would show pictures of the garage, but they never do. We had 1,000. Yay. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for your support. Baby kisses, they've put it on since they purchased this house. What about all the motion on the camera with the trucks and what that time was? Right, it picked up supposedly a garbage truck way yards and yards away. Can we see the front door inside the house? Sure. Here's the front door. There's the front door. Guys, give me 2 seconds, okay? I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I had to go take a break for a second. Okay. Christopher.
Christopher! Oh, Grace! Oh, Grace! Christopher! Christopher! Oh, Grace! Christopher! Christopher! Oh, Grace!
Christopher. That rooster never gets old. Never gets old, that rooster. All right. They probably never even used the front door. No, they actually used it a lot. I didn't think they would use the front door, but that's the one Sebastian caught the bus out of, and that's the only one he used other than coming through the garage. That's it. All right. Mohawk, you just got home. Yay. Awesome, awesome, Tar. So glad you're home. Is the study, is that what you call the one with the sofa, Mohawk? The one with this one? Or This one. Which one? Let me see what I can see. Did he tell me yet? Mystic. You're finally home to me, me. Yay! That is the study. It has a keypad door. This one has a keypad door? How do you know? How do you know it has a keypad door? The bedrooms are carpeted. I can't tell that it has a keypad. Yeah, I can't tell. This is Chris and Katie's bedroom. Now let me show you this, guys. I showed y'all some of y'all this the other day. All right, this is the door Sebastian always used. This is the door he would go out of. Sebastian's bedroom is right over here. He would have went like that. His shoes were beside the front door whenever Seth got there. Let's see if Mohawk has said anything. Sadie Smith is late. Okay. Thank you so much for letting me know. I appreciate that, Soldier Girl. Sadie Smith to the office, please. You're being paged. Sadie Smith to the office, please. You're being paged. Late slip for Sadie Smith. Late slip mods for Sadie Smith. Thank you so much. Okay. Yes, the front door has a keypad. Right. Right. Okay. Then does that mean Katie is right? Right, Nanya. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think it was Sebastian taking out the trash. I think it was, but it could have been her. Could have been her. Yes, this is now. Again, you kind of wonder, was the deadbolt locked when he went out as well? It's got two different locks, right? This is the dining room, and it goes off right there into the entry. See, dining room, kitchen, entry. Okay. This is where Katie would have been laying on the couch, right? Katie laying on the couch. This is Faith's room. Over here is Sebastian's room and the entryway. Katie was laying here, for 2 or 3 hours, she says, sleeping. Justin Chris slipped and said the door has a keypad going to the sunroom. Oh, I missed that. Okay, we'll get to that. I just want to show him this real quick. Okay. Now, here's the sunroom. But this is a very important part. Remember how Katie said in Olivia's interview that, let me make it bigger for y'all. Katie said that she went to wake up Sebastian. Katie's room is back here. And then there's a stairway right here past this door. Katie comes out, goes through, passes through here, and then goes to wake up Sebastian. Sebastian's not there. And she said, well, I went to check the kitchen to see if he was making him breakfast. Right here's the kitchen. Right here's the freaking kitchen, y'all. There's the sink. Bar stools, right? So Katie had to pass the kitchen and the dining room. Dining room is right here. Why would she go back and look? She just passed it. She just went through it. Why? Oh, you're okay though, Marlena, overall? Right? She would walk through here. The first thing she's going to see is the freaking kitchen. First thing. Was he making him breakfast? Well, because he does that sometimes, she says. Well, she knew he wasn't in there, in my opinion. Right? She comes right out of there. This is where she comes out of. Look here, guys. Sorry, right here's where she comes out of. Right here, there's steps that goes up to the bonus room right here. Chris and Katie's bedroom is back here. Right? She comes out of here. Well, the first thing you see is a kitchen, a very open kitchen. You're going to see if someone is in your kitchen. Any babies yet? I see you. Any babies yet? Do we have a baby yet? No, it's not up for sale. No. That looks like it might be a pantry. Perhaps. Someone's asking if there's a pantry. Comes out, she sees, right, anybody in the kitchen. She walks through the living room. There's the dining room. Sebastian's room is over here. See, this is where she walks out. The whole kitchen. Dining room. See, here's the front door. Front door. That goes up to the bonus room over the garage. I wish we had a picture of the garage. Okay. Does anyone know I just thought of something. Does anyone know the floor pattern name to this house? The floor plan? Just thought of something. Marlena is a new grandma. We got baby Pearl. Baby Pearl. That is correct, yes. The furniture is different now. The TV is on the wall on the side of Faith's room. The furniture is different now. The TV is on the wall on the side of Faith's room. Yeah, this is that's the floor plan. Guidance, do you have the floor plan? I think you have the floor plan, don't you? I just thought of something. Can you send me the floor plan? Because I can show y'all something. Maybe. Justin, I hope someone asked Katie what door he used to get to the trash bins. Okay, yeah, I did answer that. Thank you again, Marie. Appreciate you. Thank you, Miranda. I was wondering if he was walk. Valentine said she emailed you a pic of the garage door. Oh, yeah, I've seen the garage door. They said it's got a bump in it or something, but that, oh, oh, hold on. Well, bless my soul. I didn't know this was out here. Thank you so much for that. We have a video. There's a video. Let's see. Bar stews. I want to see if it shows the garage. Hope so. Chris and Katie's bedroom. This is Faith's bedroom. Oh, sorry, this is the master bedroom. Master bath. Master bath. Master bath. Faith's room. Faith's bathroom. This is Sebastian's room. Sebastian's bathroom. Okay, this is upstairs. Above the garage. Above the garage. Out back. Out back. Backyard. Damn, they don't show. Let me look at something. Let's see here. Looking for something. House has really increased in value in the last. Good investment. Okay. Let me see if there's a picture of the garage here. If not, we're going to find a picture somewhere. Okay. Street view. All right. Sorry, I'm behind, guys. And one is a single garage door and one is a double garage door. Yep. Okay, I got some text in here. I recall another live. Chris and Katie said Sebastian did not have keys to the house. Yes, he did not. Sebastian. Someone just texted me that Sebastian did not have keys to the house. That's why he just memorized the code. All right, let me check something. 605. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that guidance. Let me look at something real quick. I need the house is called the Fleetwood V. Okay, with carriage, garage. Okay. Mm, the Fleetwood house. Bear with me. I'm looking here. W with all right. I'm looking at a floor plan. I need it to be V though. I'm trying to get a picture of the garage with the floor plan is what I'm trying to do so we can look at kimchi. You're funny. First sold in 2006. Yeah. Thank you, Darzilla. Thank you so much, my dear. Didn't Katie say Nancy goes for the garage? You have to have the space. Yes. Yes, Sebastian did not have that either. That is correct. That is correct. Yeah. Mama Bear email. Did she email me? Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for the floor plan. Guidance, do you happen to have who makes this plan? Okay, here it is. Phillips Builders. Okay, hold on. Phillips Builders. Okay, I'm at Phillips Builders. Service unavailable. What? Okay. All right. Now let's see if we can find the Fleetwood V. The Fleetwood V. The Fleetwood. No. Let's try V. Here we go. This is who makes the home. Phillips Builders. Or that's who the floor plan is under, supposedly. Pat Bosch, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much, my love, for becoming a member. You're so kind, very sweet. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. So, gallery, maybe we'll see gallery. See, if you type in the Fleetwood, this is the only thing that comes up. Read more, Harvest Point, Laurel Park. Brooks, Crosby, Fleetwood. Let's check this out. That's the Fleetwood B. We need the Fleetwood V, as in Virgo. Laurel Park, Harvest Point, Brooks, same thing. Right? I'm pretty sure. Bonus room. Oh no, I think it might be the same thing. Front porch. Nope. Still not it. Okay. Harvest Point. Fleetwood B. Two-car garage. Damn it, man. If anyone has the floor plan, or if they can find a floor, like a home that is the Fleetwood V, that would be great. By Phillips Builders. I would like to see the garage, what it looks like. Wildflowers 2653 to the office, please. You're being paged. Wildflowers 2653 to the office, please. You're being paged. Mods, Wildflowers 2653 is late. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Yeah, I really want to see that. Damn. I don't think the edition is called Victoria's Place. Pink slip. That's right, soldier girl. Tell him. Okay, thank you, Mystic Firefly, for that message. I see that. One second. Gotcha. Just checking some emails right quick. Yeah, the All right. What I'll do is, guys, I should probably, I don't know, maybe I should come back and do it Where did you find that, Irene? See, I can't find it anywhere. I want to see what their exact garage would look like, right? It's because we don't have a picture of that garage. And I think that would be the Fleetwood V house. Let me write this down. The Fleetwood, I'm going to try one more time. The Fleetwood V with carriage, garage, floor plan by Phillips Builders. Let me check this maybe. What year? Let me see when this house was built. That way it'll tell us. What year was it built? 2005. Okay, 2005. Floor plan archives. Floor plan archives. There's got to be something. Right? There's got to be other. That's. I mean, this can't be. Can't believe a house of that value has no security alarms. Oh, now. I mean, and you work for a security company? I saw it somewhere. I'll have to look after dinner. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I know. I want to see what the garage would look like inside, right? Like, I want to see this. This is a floor plan, right? So there's got to be other homes built exactly like it, right? These are cookie cutter homes, right? Says what? So I would like to see. Yeah, I looked for floor plans for 2005. Their home has increased in value quite a bit since they bought it. Quite a bit. House was black. Well, you know, Diana, the thing is, Chris said that the garage lights, he said one of them overcast like close to the porch area and you would be able to see a shadow. So I'm not sure they were off that night, like the garage. Well, Kevin, that's the thing. Was the house alarmed before Sebastian went missing? I don't know. She works for a security company. It had an ADT sign when it was on the market when they bought it. It said that a security system was in place when they purchased it. Same style home as they do. Do they? I don't think they don't have the same style home, do they? 40,000 from asking price? Damn. The floodlights above the garage are never off Right. And Chris said in that the lights, kind of shine over even as close to the side door. Yep, shows the laundry room, not the garage. That's so weird that it doesn't show a garage. That can be a big selling factor for a home, right? How many garages? Let's see the garage. Maurice, my darling, how are you? Security system wiring was in 2005, but you still had to purchase service. Same when I built my house. Yeah. Look at the others' homes on that street, same style homes. Anyone know the previous date of been sold? Yes, I can tell you that. They bought it September 16, 2022. And it sold for 641,000. Homes are, Hendersonville is a pretty affluent area, right? Right outside of Nashville. And Nashville is expensive. Very expensive. It was listed at $700,500. August 9th, they did a price reduction of $675,000. They sold it for $641,000. I want to know. The damn floor plan. It's estimated. Let me see here. Yeah, it's went quite about 680,000 right now. It's raised 35,000 since September of 2022. It's went down $6,000 since April. Whose house is this? I was looking at floor plans. I don't really care for cookie cutter homes. I don't know. Okay. Well, does anyone else want to talk about anything else before I end it today? I will be back a little bit later. Thank you again, Pat. Appreciate your support. Is it Fleetwood or Fleetwood Mac? You're kidding me, right? Are you being silly? I bet one big room with 2 doors. Oh, thank you, ICU. I love you to pieces. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh. me see if I can see it. My eyes will let me see it. Okay. He locks both purchase money and non-purchase. Hmm. Okay, new construction residential transaction warranty deed. Blah, blah, blah. Belmont Homes. Okay, let me look at this. This might be it. Belmont Homes. Belmont Homes. Belmont Homes, and we are looking for Fleetwood V. Hold on. BL. Plans. Floor plans. Fleetwood. Why does it go to manufactured homes when I type in Fleetwood? I don't know, guys. I think I'm going to have to do some research on this. Belmont Homes. Hendersonville. Nope. Still can't find it. I see you. Damn. Someone just texted me this, guys. Someone just texted me this. They said Proudfoot's got ripped off. And they show this house for $649,000 in Atlanta. And put their last name. Oh, I could do that. Yeah, Sissy might be able to. Thank you. 649,000 in Atlanta. Atlanta, here I come. Okay, someone just sent me some emails. Um yeah, Tiffany, the one you sent me, that one's not it, my dear. I wish it was, but uh get pre-approved. The Ranador closing. Nope, I don't think either one of these are it. Is it? This clearly isn't. Look at this. Atlanta's dangerous. Well, if you got a pad like that, you can probably, afford a staff. That's okay, honey. Yeah, this one isn't it. Yeah, that's not it. Nope. Nope, that's not it. It's amazing. You can live in New York City, and you know, a flat or an apartment the size of this pop can is like $1.2 million. And then you can go to Atlanta and buy, a 4 or 5 car garage mega mansion for 600,000. Oh, California is redonkulous. There are 1.5 million homes in Middle Tennessee, 6 bedrooms. Damn. That's cray cray. I don't know why in the hell they didn't take a picture of the garage. Oh, hold on, someone sent me something. Ew. Yes, this is the floor plan. Someone just sent this to me. This is the floor plan that we're looking for, but I want to find it in. Well, hell, where'd it go? This is it, but I need to find it like a house, because we have not seen the garage yet, and that's what we need to see is the garage. My daughter's acting coach had a 759 square foot flat in Manhattan at $2,700. You could put your arms out and yeah. My husband lived in New York City in the early 2000s, and he rented a bedroom, like a freaking bedroom, and it was like $1,500 then for a damn bedroom. So I get it. I mean, I'm sure there is. I heard Tennessee is one of the best states to retire. I love Tennessee. I do. I really love Tennessee. Like, I think Tennessee's an amazing state. I think the law enforcement needs to catch up a little bit, but with, the missing, remember the first one to squeal gets the deal. Right, Cinnamon? That's the only way he's going to move out to his next wife. Right? Right. But I kind of wonder. I'm like, well, I just feel like, yes, the Fleetwood V with carriage garage and where's it at? And it's by Phillips Builders. But when you go to their website, like there's nothing that's The townhouse we bought in Virginia Beach when my girls were little was 72,000, and now they're almost 352,000. Wish we would have hung on and just rented it out. Yeah. Yeah. Um, for his teaching jobs. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if I was single and, didn't have kids and I was younger, I wouldn't have mind living in New York City. Wouldn't have mind. I love New York City for that matter. Love it, love it, love it, but you have to be wealthy to live in New York City. Like real wealth to thrive there, right? My 2-bedroom apartment is $3,200 a month. What? An adjustable rate mortgage on their house. Hell no, not in today's world. That's crazy. My kids want to go to Tennessee again for vacation. I told I'll put a leash on you. She asked why, so you don't vanish or go missing. Something's going on in Tennessee. Like it's everywhere. I get that, but there's a lot. 5, I can think of 5 high profile cases since Summer Wells in the last 3 years that are not solved. And the thing is, they don't name suspects. TBI never names suspects. They only arrest someone. They say we don't know nothing, or they just go arrest them. Like they never name a suspect. They never name persons of interest. They say we don't know either way. But the thing is, like, if you don't give or freshen the memory of people in the public, well, they're not going to give you anything. The public is usually the one that kicks it off and solves the what's going on, right? Oh yeah, I remember seeing Bob at 2 o'clock in the morning. Right? It felt so weird. Not one person from high school. Not one Navy person. No one speaks up for these people. I have a $600 a month for a 4-bedroom house in West Virginia. Wow. I talked to a law enforcement person last weekend. It's specific areas of law. They say HT is unbelievably bad to the point that the average cannot comprehend in Tennessee also. That's amazing. Where are you from? Was Chris or Katie a combat vet? I don't think either one of them was. I'm pretty sure neither one of them was. 4-bedroom. I lived 32,000 30 years ago. Wow. I mean, I love Sevierville, Pigeon Forge area. I love Nashville area. So yeah. Have you seen Pat Brown's video on Chris and Katie? I have not, but how about we go over that this evening after Josh's live? We go over that late tonight, maybe. Josh is going live in 2 hours. and we're going to go do some stuff. So I'll be back later tonight. Oops. I'll be back later tonight. Breaking. Oh, shit. Please don't tell me. Again. Customers are experiencing a nationwide issue that is affecting their ability to call non-AT&T users, the company said in the statement, ABC News. Listen, I have AT&T. Something interesting. Where at? Where at, Mama Bear? Which video? I'll play it real quick. Yes. Tell me where, Mama Bear. I'll play it before we go. Oh, emailed me. Okay, we'll play it. All right, guys, wait up a minute. Haven't got anything yet. Nothing yet, Mama Bear. I may do a members live tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a members live tomorrow for members. Y'all support me, so I need to give back to you guys. Yeah, well, I remember when it went out a few months ago, AT&T. It was terrible. And I was like, "Oh, I'll go to my car. I've got Wi-Fi in my car." It was AT&T. I was like, "Shit." Mama Bear, I still don't have it. I know, baby kisses. I mean, most people don't worry about the members only stuff, but I still need to give y'all something. You know? Still need to give you something. You got away from AT&T. I would like to have Verizon, but I have literally had AT&T since the Mayflower. Like, sure, as soon as we hit Plymouth Rock, seriously, like it was AT. It's how long I've had it. Yes, but I don't have. She said she emailed me, but I don't have an email. That's what I'm saying. You don't fear the darkness. A lot of people are scared of the dark. Verizon has the best service out of anybody. They were the original cell phones. AT&T is second. Mama Bear, are you going to send me this email, my dear? Because I ain't got nothing. Make sure it's not in my junk mail. Nope. She said on Facebook she will send. Okay. Facebook. Let's see here. Don't see nothing. Hear you crystal clear. I freaking love the dark. Out of out in the sticks, you can see the stars forever. I know, Chai. And look, like I was raised in the country, right? You wouldn't notice by the lipstick, but I was raised in the country, and you could see the stars forever. You could see the stars forever, and that was amazing. Also, you want to know a place where you can see the stars better than anywhere? Hawaii. Because you are out in the middle of nowhere. All right, let me see if I got it. Still don't have it. Still don't have it. Yes. Now, got to be in certain places. Justin, I sent you the link in the chat. Shows outside of garage, and it includes the entrance door. Yes. Thank you, True Sleuth. I did get that. Yeah. Yeah. Sebastian missing. Is it from the vault? Is that who it's from? Is it from Queen's channel? Okay. All right. And the timestamp's 5 minutes. I like Queen. She don't like me, but I like her. She let me see here. Let's see here. Yeah, she got mad at me. I used to like her, and I used to be like, she was the first panel I ever went up on. Queen was. She was the first panel I ever went up on. I love her to pieces. Like, still do. Still love her to pieces. But and I modded. She was the first. Her and AB, I think, were the first wrench I ever got. And I went with Molly and Betty and JLR and Olivia, and I was there maybe 4 or 5 hours, and they went to the wells and did that stuff, and I was recording, and she got so mad at me. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. And the next thing I know, I walked in there one day. I was like, "Hey, Queen, my wrench was gone." She was mad. She was mad, honey. I'm probably still blocked on there. Where the fuck is it, man? All right, come on. 5 minutes, you said? Queen's very smart. She's a very smart lady. Let me know if y'all can hear this. No, I mean, it was one time. She blocked you too. She gets in. I don't know. I love her. I still love her. I can't help it. I don't care if she likes me or not. All right, here, let me fix it. 1 second. I'm gonna drop per channel. Here's the queen. It's called the Vault. You'll like her if you like sassy. 1 second. Okay. You said 5 minutes? So I'll do it like this. She went by a different name. Yeah, it was you, Dolly, and Josh are sassy enough for me. All right, I'm gonna play it. Is it 5 minutes? Is it? Where's my bear at? Where's she at? Okay, 5 minutes. How long is this going to be, Mama Bear? How long is the entire thing? Let me know. All right. Link mods, please drop Queen. Let's see what it's in. Heather comes in around 5 minutes. Okay, well, here we go.
And it has a hidden agenda. Oh, but I'm not excusing my behavior, what I did in the video, but there is a hidden agenda. Sean, let me talk to you for just a second. I don't give a damn about what you're talking about. You are seen beating the lady up. Somebody wanted the tape out, they released it. Why they released it this late in the game?
Oh, yeah, it used to be everyday shenanigans. Mama Bear, question. She's talking about Sean Puffy Combs, not Sebastian. I don't understand. I think you sent me the wrong video or something. Oh, you mean 5 hours? Sorry. Not 5 minutes.
Because he claims you all weren't doing what he wanted you to do, that Tony did what he asked. What do you think the issue is, if you can be blatantly honest with the queen?
Well, you know,
Or you don't really want to say.
I talked to Seth the other day.
Okay.
And I mean, and I tell him, you know, he wasn't happy with me.
Oh, guys, this is quite long. This is quite long. I'm gonna drop that. Y'all go watch Queen over there. I'll watch it. I'll watch it here in a little bit. And I'll pull out some points. I'll pull out some points and then we'll talk about it. But it's really long. And I got to do some things because Josh comes on in 2 hours. Yeah. I've been here almost 4 hours, so she's on for an hour and a half ish. Okay, I will listen to it. I really will listen to it. All right, thank you, Mary Ellen. Sorry, thank you, Mary Ellen. Thank you, Jacqueline. I appreciate you very much. I want to thank Pat, Darzilla, Nice Marie, Soldier Girl, Amos, Robin, Heaven, Tiffany, ARG, Drew, Rhonda, Daisy Love, Mimi, Brittany, Toby, Christy, Serenity, Brittany, Christy, Canadian Cookie, Debbie, Ziggy, Darzilla, Rayan, Moonlight, Mimi, Nancy, Kelly K. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you to the mods. Really appreciate you. Thank you to the members. Really appreciate you. Those who donated, those that have been here and stayed here and watched this. I appreciate you. Kind of started off rough because I scooched my ass to get here real quick. And I didn't have time to prepare, so we kind of had to learn as we go. You know me, I usually really prepare for my for my lives and have everything ready so I can just click it. But that's life sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. So appreciate you all so much. I will be live after the lab tonight. Josh usually doesn't stay live and like I do very long. 9 a.m. here Wednesday, off to do some work. Love you. Love you too, Maurice. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, my dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Love you all. Appreciate you. I will see you guys in a little bit. Thank you all for 1,100 likes. Appreciate you. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye bye.